Hey, good morning, everyone. My name is Chris-Beth, Cowie, the founder of EmpoweredFX and the host of BizGrams. I'm super excited to bring to you our dynamic guest and super entrepreneur today, Pauleanna Reid. I've had the privilege of knowing Pauleanna for a couple of years, and a woman on fire. That's how I would describe her. Pauleanna, thank you so much for being here with us today. How are you doing?
I am fantastic. Thanks for having me.
Hey, that's wonderful. So Pauleanna, tell us a little bit about who you are as an entrepreneur or person, as well as who or what inspired you on your entrepreneurial journey.
Yeah, absolutely. So I am a millennial woman who has fought for her dreams and won. I think that's very important to say. For me, I'm not caught up on titles per se, but I do think it's important to know who you are beyond them. And I'm someone who fights and continues to fight for her happiness and her freedom. And that looks different for everybody. What inspires me is just knowing that there's so much possibility, right? Every door, I'm under the firm belief that every door and window is open and available to me, right? Like anything is possible. When I was younger, I would obsess over autobiographies, documentaries. Like, I feel like when you are exposed to certain things, it's like, you know what I mean? Like, it then becomes available to you as long as you're willing to work hard for it. So for me, I'm just so incredibly inspired by the world around me, the people around me. I love reading and learning about the evolution of other entrepreneurs. And I am committed to the process. That's the one thing. I think so many people want promotion without enduring the process. I'm committed to the process, whether it takes me 10 weeks, 10 months, 10 years, 100 years. I don't care, but I'm just so obsessed, ridiculously obsessed with getting from point A to Z.
Hey, that is wonderful. So, Pauleanna, I think what you just shared in terms of fighting for your dreams, committing to the dreams, what is your process? I'm curious, what is your process in terms of your goal setting and just knowing what you want?
So my process is really simple. I feel like you just have to start with a pen and paper. Like, I don't think that it needs to be complicated. I have a pen and paper. I have my goals written down in the form of a vision board. So, pictures like arts and crafts, and also in the form of written word, right? And so I review my goals every single morning. I ground myself. I walk in nature. I pray. I meditate. I have a dance party in my bedroom. I make sure that I raise my vibration, my energy, my frequency. I'm a big believer in the law of attraction. I'm a big believer that God is working behind the scenes on our behalf. And I pride myself in being open and available to receiving, what that looks like. I think that you have to be very flexible in your dreams as well. I mean, you can write down what you want, but God has his plans, right? So, I have an idea and a vision for myself, but I also know that I trust wherever this path or this journey is taking me. A big part of my goal setting process too is telling people what the hell I'm working on. I think too many of us are mute. I think too many of us are asleep when it comes to our desires. I think too many of us want to hold our ideas close to our chest because we're so afraid that someone else is going to steal them. But that formula will never work for you. It will never serve you. I tell as many people as possible what I'm working on, what I'm excited about, what fires me up, what keeps me up at night, what makes me jump out of bed in the morning. And that's how you experience a ripple effect. That's how you're going to experience your tipping point, because people will then raise their hand, they will help move the needle, they will talk to their peers, their network. And so you just have to continue moving forward, even if it's a shaky step, and even if you don't necessarily know if it's the right direction.
In terms of, building this company that you started, what have been some of the challenges that you've experienced and the lessons that you've learned or currently learning as you're going through this process?
Managing teams is probably the biggest thing. I was texting with a friend the other day and he was like, being a leader sucks. And I understand what he meant. What he meant was, there's so many challenges that arise because you shoulder a lot of responsibility. And you also manage your team. Is that they're looking to you for leadership and to steer the ship, and you're looking to them to help maintain and grow, maintain the business. And so personalities, right? value systems, work ethic, it's just, there's a lot of moving pieces to make sure that everything gels so well together. So during the pandemic, I have definitely had to check myself, and I think self-assessments are very important. And I realized that I realized that it was required of me to be a more compassionate leader, and to read between the lines, to read the room, ask more questions. Sometimes it means shutting up and listening to what your team has to say. And so that's probably one of the biggest things, one of the biggest lessons I've learned. I come from the corporate world. I quit my job January 2019. I come from a history of monster bosses. I come from a history of crying at my cubicle out of frustration, and so, I've had some really great leaders and I've had some really bad ones. And so I think I kind of adapted over the years. It just really hardened me. And so I had to take some time. I actually went back to school for a 6-week program at Yale University to take a women's leadership course so I can reprogram and train my mind to, pivot in that sense.
And so talk to us about any accomplishments or wins that you'd love to share with us here on that you've experienced and the lessons that you've learned from those things.
So, I experience wins every single day. It doesn't necessarily mean working with a specific celebrity or client. It means, it could really mean just moving the needle. So I have 2 sayings on my whiteboard: small things move the needle, great things are simple. And so that helps me to appreciate and to be grateful for the smaller things, right? So we're exceeding our revenue goals. We have amazing clients. The team is amazing. We get along great, but small things are did I have a mental breakdown today? Did I, was I able to clear my inbox? How's my time management practices? Am I making time for my loved ones? What does my sense of balance look like? So I'm just really proud of the work we do, simply because we are highly sought after. We are, trusted by our clients, to create their legacies. I am proud of the fact that, my job is to solve complex problems, and I'm really proud for discernment, for clarity. I've had to make judgment calls that could make or break my career, and I'm proud to have the foresight to be able to make those calls and still be in business. Every single day that I'm able to live my dream, every single month I'm able to pay my bills, pay my staff, I'm very, very grateful.
This has been an amazing episode and interview with you, Pauleanna. So talk to us a little bit about what you do for you in order to express self-love in a fun, epical way. Fun, epical is my word. So fun and epic combined for great or small adventures that are memorable and impactful. So what is it that you do for yourself to express self-love?
Yesterday I was swimming in Lake Ontario, and that shit was I was like a black little mermaid. I was having a blast. I love adventure, whether it's through travel, whether it's through clubs, communities. I love playing chess. I love playing brain games. I love hiking, cycling. I'm going to go jet skiing in a few weeks. Just get out the house. For me, it's just a matter of getting out the house, doing things that take me away from my desk, doing things that help me lose track of time. I think that joy, that euphoria that we used to experience as kids, right? It could have been, writing with chalk on the sidewalk. Those simple pleasures are really important. And that's my form of self-care.
This has been honestly a wonderful experience. So tell folks how they can get in contact with you to learn more about your story and the things that you're doing.
Absolutely. So you can go to pauleannareid.com. You can go to newgirlontheblock.com or thewritersblock.com.
I'm sending you out with lots of love today and positivity for today and beyond, and keep doing the things that you're doing to make a positive difference in the world. I like to say micro steps for macro change, and you're definitely a woman on fire doing amazing things. So thank you so much, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you very, very much.
Bye.